Hey, what's up everybody? Thought I'd jump into my next video right away. Left off with 1975 tops. We'll start right out with 1974 Fleer Hall of Fame. First card I have here is Johnny Blood McNally. Such a great name, such a badass name. Johnny Blood. This is 74 Fleer Hall of Fame. They're in these big holders as opposed to the regular holders. You can kind of see the difference in size. Way bigger. These cards are taller than the other cards. These cards have been kind of hard to find. You know, there's not a lot graded out there. It really only would be interesting to people like me that are working on a Team Hall of Fame set like this. So I've had to look and scrounge for these Team Hall of Fame cards. This one's only got the grade of a 5, so I would like to upgrade at some point. However, just not seeing a lot of these cards out here. I think that it was given a 5. I think there's some slight paper loss on the back. That's my only guess why this got a 5. But yeah, Johnny Blood McNally. This card is population of 4, 3 higher, as well as playing for the Packers at running back for many years. He also played for teams such as the Duluth Eskimos, the Milwaukee Badgers, and the Providence Steamrollers. Again, these cards are kind of tough to find, so a grade of a 5 is pretty much the best I can do for right now. As well as Johnny Blood McNally. Apparently everybody had nicknames in this era. We have Robert Cal Hubbard as well. Also have him in a grade of 5. Cal Hubbard, same pop as well, pop 4, 3 higher. A member of the NFL Hall of Fame, as well as Johnny Blood McNally. This is actually their first cards, technically, that they have, so they go as their rookie card in that set. Kind of a cool fact about Cal Hubbard is he's one of the only, if not the only, player in the NFL Hall of Fame and the Baseball Hall of Fame. He's in the Baseball Hall of Fame as an umpire, as he was an umpire for many years. Robert Cal Hubbard. Apparently he was considered like one of the biggest players of his time. He was about 6'5", 250 pounds. Apparently that was ginormous back in the 20s and 30s. Right now, you know, at that size, you probably couldn't even play the offensive line. Sticking with the 1974 Fleer Hall of Fame set, we have Earl Curly Lambeau, of course, the founder of the Packers. This one I got a little better grade on, a grade of an 8. This card is only a population of 2 with 1 higher, so very pleased with a grade of an 8. These are all cards that I submitted myself that I found raw. Of course, Curly Lambeau went to college at Notre Dame University. He's actually from Green Bay. He founded the team in 1919, has 212 total victories in the NFL, second to only George Halas. And I think I just saw something on after the games last week that Belichick from the Patriots had actually tied Lambeau's record of 212 wins, which is pretty crazy in itself. He won 3 straight titles for the Packers in 29, 30, and 31, and 6 NFL championships overall for Curly Lambeau. Of course, the namesake of Lambeau Field. Earl Curly Lambeau. Then going to 1975 Fleer Hall of Fame, which is a little different. You can see the difference here. The one has the brown with the white border around it, and the 75s have the all-brown border around it. Arnie Herber. I actually have this in a grade of 8, which is a really good grade for the card. Arnie Herbert went to the University of Wisconsin. This card is only a population of 1, none higher. This is the only card that I have that is pop 1, none higher. And I submitted it myself, so that's pretty sweet. Arnie Herber. Arnie Herber was quarterback for the Packers in the 30s. Him and Don Hudson, the Packers' great wide receiver, hooked up a lot for many touchdowns during that time. Arnie Herber. Then getting out of the... I guess I should mention also, there is one other card I'm looking for, and it will be a brown border like this one, 1975 Fleer Hall of Fame, Mike Michalski. I actually have one at PSA right now for grading, so hopefully get a good grade on that. Moving on to some more regular cards here. First we have here is Johnny Gray, played safety for the Packers. This is 76 tops. I have this in Gem Mint 10. Johnny Gray was undrafted by the Packers, played 9 seasons. He's actually a Fox analyst for Fox Sports in Green Bay, a local guy who lives in the area. So stayed around Green Bay. Johnny Gray. This card's a population of only 10. So only 10 graded at 10, and this is one of them. Moving up ahead 1 year, former Packers quarterback Lynn Dickey in Gem Mint 10. This guy's population of only 8. Lynn Dickey went to college at Kansas State, same college as Jordy Nelson, of course. Before he came to the Packers, which he played for the Packers from 76 to 85, he played for the Houston Oilers from 71 to 75. Lynn Dickey was All-Pro in 1983. Just looking at his stats, it's kind of interesting. The guy threw for 141 touchdowns, but 179 interceptions. So more interceptions than touchdowns. So not very Aaron Rodgers-esque was Lynn Dickey. But nonetheless, a good quarterback for the Packers for many years in the 80s. And the last card that's part of the registry set that I have here is James Lofton. This is kind of a must-have for any Hall of Fame collector as well. I have this in Mint 9. This is really a beautiful-looking 9, actually. I don't know how it's not a 10, but it's a very nice-looking 9. Population of 112. There are 6 graded higher, so 6 10s. As far as a price standpoint, James Lofton in a 9 typically sells for around $125. $240. I mean, if you're talking about one of the 6 10s that came up, if that would ever come up, we're talking probably 5,000 plus, at least. James Lofton played for the Packers from 78 to 86. Was an 8-time Pro Bowler. After the Packers, he actually played for the Bills, Raiders, Eagles, and Rams as well. All right, so that's it for the registry set. I have 2 other cards I have here I'd like to talk about, though. 77 Touchdown Club autographs. I picked these up a few months back. Just thought they were pretty sweet. They don't really go with the set, but they are a couple of autos of players I have that I just wanted to have. Buford Ray, Buford Sweet Baby Ray. I'm actually looking for his card for the registry set in 1948 Bowman, but that's going to be a toughie to get. But there's a good chance to pick up his autograph. Both these players that I have here, Buford Ray and Clarke Hinkle, both died in the mid-'80s, so there are not a lot of recent autograph signings from these players. So I thought these would have been a couple of good gets. I really like the clean signatures on both of them. All right, and that's it for this video. Next video we'll move on to the 1980s, so that should be exciting. Thanks for watching.